Governor Jerry Brown is set to announce drastic changes to his spending plan for the state tomorrow.
Activists fighting for the rights of the physically challenged are especially concerned about possible cuts tonight. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan is live in downtown LA with a breakdown of the governor's plan. Dave.
Well, that's right, Sylvia Lena. We're across the street from the Reagan State Building, where the governor will appear in about 15 hours to unveil his revised May budget plan. Disabled rights activists tonight are saying that a cap in that plan, a cap on payments to in-home caregivers, could be catastrophic for some California families. For 17 years, Sherry Brady has worked 24/7, 365 as her daughter's caregiver. Lauren was born with Rett syndrome, a debilitating neurological disease that has denied her the ability to walk or talk and triggers frequent seizures. Sherry is paid less than $10 an hour under the In-Home Support Services Program, also known as IHSS.
Me having random people come in to take care of Lauren in order to fill those hours, that just doesn't work for us, and it doesn't work for families like mine.
Brady will be watching closely when Governor Brown announces his revised budget for the coming fiscal year. It's expected to include a 40-hour per week cap on payments to IHSS caregivers like Sherry, a single mom who quit a promising corporate career to take care of her daughter. Sherry says the 40-hour cap would make it impossible for her to support herself and her daughter at less than $10 an hour. So now she says she could face a choice, going back to outside work and putting her daughter in an institution, or staying with her daughter to take care of her and facing the consequences.
For some of the families, placing their children would be what they would have to pick. That's not something I could ever do. So I'd have to figure out something, but to be honest with you, I have no idea what that would be.
They must pay the overtime, or we will see public policy of a catastrophic nature that's going to ruin lives.
Disabled rights activist Nancy Becker Kennedy says there's a lot riding on the governor's revised budget, not only for Sherry and Lauren, seen here in a prom photo taken a couple of weeks ago, but for thousands of other California families as well.
What the governor has proposed earlier is catastrophic. It will cause misery across the state. It will institutionalize people at many times the cost of the taxpayers. It will break up homes, and it will make the family members homeless.
I'm alarmed by it. It's more than dread. It's a nightmare come true.
Arnold Arbiso was paralyzed in a motorcycle accident 40 years ago, which left him severely disabled. His IHSS caregiver lives in his home and takes care of him around the clock 7 days a week. He says the 40-hour weekly cap on IHSS payments would probably force him to be institutionalized.
This whole household would collapse. And I've been able to keep a house running for years with good caregivers. And it would just force her probably out of a job and into the streets again, looking for work. And it would force me into a nursing home.
Now, disabled rights activists say that this new plan for capping payments for in-home care is scheduled to go into effect in January of next year. They say, however, they want everything to be put on hold and some kind of compromise worked out so that this plan could be put into effect in January of 2016, the following year, after all the problems are worked out. We're live in downtown LA. Dave Bryan, KCAL 9 News.